Hello my little stars and welcome to Siren Head Dating Sim. I wish I was joking, but this is a thing. So, let's begin. Our name for this adventure will be Baka-chan because I guarantee there's going to be many dumb things that our main character will do when dealing with a supernatural entity. I decided to start my day with a walk in the woods. Why are you talking yourself, Baka-chan? There's an abandoned railroad track behind my house. It's perfect for walks. Well, it certainly does look abandoned because there's a giant tree in the way. People use it often, but lately I haven't seen anyone around. Why do they use it often if it's abandoned? I mean, is it like open so people can just walk in? Is it because of the bees? Unless it's the bee movie, I doubt it was the bees. And it really depends what time of the year it is. And it doesn't look like it's summer, and it looks like to be autumn here, so I'm not sure if the bees would actually be around causing trouble, so that seems unfair to blame the bees. It's always the bees. What? A siren sound. If you're in the UK, you will not hear this. It's rare to get a tornado around here. Well, I don't even know where you are. It's rare to get one in the UK as well. I think it's only ever been documented there were two. Suddenly, out of nowhere, a very short version of Siren Head appeared. Ah! You fall to the ground. Siren Head? This is it! Right, now I need to raise the question. Is he, like, well known? Is this, like, a common occurrence? If you were aware Siren Head was a thing, because you seem to know him by name. Why did you go walking in the woods? This is why you deserve the name Baka-chan. Already dumb decisions have been made. This is how I die. Well, you could always try running away. Well, does it really matter what I shouted at him? Why is this all in capitals and the rest isn't? I just wanted ice cream. It seems like something she would say. Wait, that actually stopped him? Why did that stop him? Siren Head stops. Stares at you. Why are you staring at me? That's a bit rude. Siren Head lifts you up and gives you a nice overview of the forest. Whoa, this view is beautiful. You and Siren Head walk off. Wait, did I just get kidnapped by him? Wait, he took me to the ice cream store. This place looks even more rundown and derelict than the railroad. Why is it so dark? Are you just in an abandoned town? And that's fair enough. So if I'll remember in future, if ever I'm faced with a monster, shout about ice cream. You'll live. Okay, this is great survival tips. I will keep this in mind. Oh, do you want some ice cream too, Siren Head? Is that a yes? Is that a no? Do I get you a double scoop or do I get you two because you have two heads? You see me saying yes. I would very much like some ice cream, Baka-chan. Okay, let's order some. The ice cream man looks at you both with a terrified look. I would too, especially if some odd-looking supernatural entity with two giant mouths making a hell of a racket, probably scaring everything for miles around, just came, you know, walking into town, probably leaving indentations in the ground and probably making the buildings fall down with how massive he is. Unless, of course, he just casually strolled up and made extra sure he didn't break anything. Also, why does he know where the ice cream parlor is? And how can he even see it? He doesn't have eyes. I'll just let it go. What flavor would you like to get? Oh, will I be killed if I choose the wrong flavor? Well, I don't know what flavor he likes. How am I supposed to know? I've never taken a supernatural entity to an ice cream parlor before. This is gonna be like hit or miss, isn't it? None of them in capitals. Well, would he like vanilla, chocolate, or strawberry? Where are the rest of the flavors? Couldn't we just say other? I'm pretty sure he'd rather have human. Should I say strawberry because it's pink and it's similar? I doubt he's a vanilla type of, thing. Maybe he likes chocolate. Who doesn't like chocolate unless you're allergic to it? Okay, well, I'm going to save because I feel like if I choose one or the other, and watch now, it's going to be vanilla. Let's choose strawberry. Strawberry, please. Ah, of course you don't like strawberry. You just have to have things your way, Mr. Siren Head. You have no idea what he said, but you think it's somewhere on the lines of, I would like strawberries too, please. Oh, thank goodness. I thought he was screaming at me and was threatening to kill me. Because normally when you hear that giant noise, you're going to think the worst. Okay, so I'm on the right track. Go with strawberry because, just think of it like being the equivalent of the strawberries represents the human. After all, we're made of blood. That's where I'm going here. Siren puts his ice cream into his mouth. You're just feeding the one mouth? What about the other one? Why no love for the other head? Shouldn't he also get ice cream? He seems to be enjoying it. Oh, good lord, I'll probably need a painkiller, honestly, if you were dating Siren Head. You have no idea what he said, but you think it was somewhere along the lines of, please tell me your life story. Why? Why? Why would you? Why would you want me to bore you with her life story? Whoa, on the first date. You just got kidnapped by a monster who took you to an ice cream parlor. Why would you jump the gun and assume it's a date? He's probably trying to lure you into a false sense of security before he eats you. Then again, I called her Baka-chan. Am I really that surprised with her mindset? Do I have to? I feel like if I say the wrong thing, like if I refuse, he's going... Well, he asked, so sure, I'll tell you. I will bore you. Well, I had a really happy childhood, except for one thing. When I was young, my dog ran away and never came home. I swear, if you have ate the dog, Siren Head, there will never be another date. Even though personally I would not date you anyway, but since I'm trying to keep myself and this one alive, I probably couldn't tell him no, could I? Because then I'll be dead. This is unfair. I'm being forced against my will. I am not happy. I miss him. Siren Head stays quiet for a second. Until... Oh, you ate the dog, you... If you're not aware of Siren Head, according to what I've learned about Siren Head, he will mimic the last thing he heard from his victim. So if he's had an interaction with the dog, he's probably at the dog and he can mimic what he heard from the dog, which is a bark. That's how he tends to lure victims. He uses the sounds that he has heard or mimicked from what I have gathered. But I'm also aware that he's not actually an SCP as well. He was actually made by somebody else. But because he looks so bizarre, people kind of assumed he was an SCP. Again, I haven't done much research into Siren Head, but that's what I know. And did the dog's bark have to be so loud? My ear! Ow! Gasp! Sparky? Okay, first of all, why did you name your dog Sparky? Also, how can you tell your dog bark apart from other dogs? I mean, I guess, well, I had a dog before, but that's not to say that I knew his bark from any other dog around, because my mother's friend had a dog which was identical to mine, and the only way you could tell them apart is if they're sitting beside each other, because he had, like, a condition where with his fluff, his fur, so you could tell them apart. But the barks sound very similar. And you said he went missing a long time ago in your childhood. How do you remember? You sound just like him. Wait a minute. Do you want to live or do you want to die? I'm pretty sure if you're rude to this gigantic massive monster, you're not going to live. I am not happy that I have to say this, because I am very annoyed at him for eating the dog. But on top of that, why did the dog run away in the first place? Raises a lot of questions as well. Did you take good care of this dog? Why didn't you go out and search for this dog? Or if you did, why didn't you put up flyers? Why didn't you try harder? I mean, gosh, I'm putting so much thought into this. The dog's safety is a priority. There are many unanswered questions here. And on top of that, how could he be for certainly sure that the dog that he has ate is definitely our dog? Unless that confirms he's been stalking us. Because there's no way he could know that that was our dog. Anybody besides me find that bizarre? There's no way he could have known. At all. Because whenever you see a dog out in the street, you don't automatically know whose dog that is unless you go up and look at the tag. If the dog has a tag. Or if the owner comes running along calling for their dog. That's why there are lost dogs. And, you know, signs like, this dog is lost. Unless, of course, he found a, no, my dog is lost sign. This raises a lot of questions. I do not trust you. But for the sake of surviving, that's adorable. Nobody's ever done something so thoughtful for me by barking like my now deceased dog, who I'm pretty sure you have devoured, and I have no clue how you are fully aware that that was my dog and not somebody else's dog. Siren stays silent for a moment. He starts blushing. Oh, that's weird. You feel yourself starting to blush as well. This is so weird. Is this what love feels like? This was a lovely date Siren had. I hope we can hang out again soon. Move country! You have no idea what he said, but you think it's somewhere along the lines of I love you. This also raises another question. How do you know it's a him? It could be an it. There are two heads. Unless he's got something that definitely identifies him as a male. I love you too, Siren Head. I love you too. And that was the Siren Head dating sim, which you can probably guess that any other answer would have resulted in you dying, but that raises a lot of questions. How did you know that was our dog? It was interesting. Very interesting. But yeah, I played a Siren Head dating game. There'll be a link down below in the description if you would like to tackle this yourself. Be warned, turn down the volume. There is no music in this game whatsoever, so I'll have to include my own music for this. And I would like to also add in addition that no dogs were actually harmed in the making of this. And by chance, Sparky actually did not get devoured by him. He just ended up finding himself a nice new home with a loving family that lives far away from any monsters. He was the smartest dog. He decided to move continent and set up a new family, a new home somewhere, I don't know, up in Scotland or Ireland or name somewhere far away from this thing. So yeah. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye, my little stars. This was a weird one.